So here I am in the Busch Gardens theme park here in Tampa Bay. Now, as you probably know, I have muted my narration. That's because obviously there was a lot of copyright music blasting out and it just totally ruined the video. So I do apologise for that. But obviously, got to respect the copyright restrictions because I do not want to get a copyright strike, and then this leads me to delete the video and start all over again. So let's crack on with the attractions at the park. Okay, let's go up to 3, close the doors. Anyway, this is the elevator at Serengeti, Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, Tampa, Florida. And this is an Otis elevator. And, what's the capacity? Let's see. I'm not sure what the capacity is, but this is a very nice old Otis. Here we are, 3, go down to 2 and 1. Capacity is a bit unknown. Just can't find the details for the elevator, sadly, unfortunately. Here we are, 2. Doors. Now, we was going to go on the cable car, the Sky Ride, to the other side of the park, but obviously you now need a park ticket to enter the cable car. So this is why we then had to swap from the cable cars to do the Shanks's Pony. So you can see myself. I do apologise if I wasn't doing much narration. That's because of the copyright music that was playing in the background, and I have to respect the community guidelines against copyright music, because I do not own the rights to the music, so you just got to respect the music that goes on in the background.
So make some noise for our hardworking station masters. That was good, but I thought y'all wanted to go fast. Make some noise! That's more like it. We'll see them in about 15 to 20 minutes. As we depart the station, if you look over to your right-hand side, you may get a glimpse of Busch Gardens only beach, and that is home to our South African penguins. They enjoy watching you as much as you enjoy watching them. This green and yellow roller coaster we're about to pass under is Cheetah Hunt. Cheetah Hunt is a triple launch magnetic roller coaster taking you 0 to 60 miles per hour in a matter of seconds. It also is the longest roller coaster at Busch Gardens with over 4,000 feet of track. 4,429 feet to be exact. Beyond the bushes and trees on the left-hand side is the Edge of Africa. The Edge of Africa is a self-guided tour where you'll see lions, hyenas, hippos, and much more. Coming on up on the right-hand side is a large white building that is our Serengeti Overlook. The Serengeti Overlook is home to Oasis Pizza, where you can dine inside in the air-conditioned, outside on the patio, and overlook the animals on the Serengeti. For our guests that are 21 years or older, it is also home to the Giraffe Bar. This green and red roller coaster we're passing by is Cobra's Curse. Cobra's Curse is a one-of-a-kind vertical lift roller coaster taking you face to bang with King's Venomous 80 feet in the air. It will move you forwards, backwards, spin you around, but will not flip you upside down. It is known to be a family-friendly roller coaster. Will you survive King Venomous? Off to the right-hand side, it's yellow, it's blue, it's Montu. Montu gets its name from the Egyptian god of war. It will take you 150 feet in the air, drop you down 128 feet, then speeds it up to 65 miles an hour. It also features 7 different flips and inversions. Montu is regarded as one of the tallest and fastest inverted roller coasters in America. And what do I mean by inverted? Your feet are dangling the entire ride. We are moments away from entering the Serengeti Belt. Feel free to take as many photos as your heart desires of all the animals we have here, but please do so from a seated position and with all body parts tied to the train at all times. If y'all had noticed, off to the left-hand side, those large brown animals with the straight back horns, those are the elands. Elands are the largest of the antelope species, weighing as much as 1 ton. Despite weighing 1 ton, they can run at speeds up to 25 miles an hour and jump vertically 8 to 10 feet in the air. Also off in the distance on the left-hand side, you'll get a glimpse of our reticulated giraffes. Our reticulated giraffes and that little one you've seen over there, that's the baby, about 2 months old now. They can stand as tall as 18 to 19 feet and weigh as much as 1.5 tons. They have a 360-degree field of vision and they can see in color, so they know we're in a yellow train. Their spots are also unique like fingerprints, so no 2 giraffes have the same pattern. They also share the same amount of vertebrae in their neck as you and I, except theirs are much larger. Theirs are about 10 inches each. As well as they spend a majority of their life doing everything standing up, including eating, drinking, sleeping, and even giving birth. On top of the hill to the left-hand side, those brown animals with the perfect heart-shaped noses and the white rings around their tails are the water bugs. Water bugs, despite the name, are non-aquatic animals, but will jump in the water to evade predators. It's a little hard to see because the foliage is a little dense, but they are sitting in a circle, all facing different directions. This species is constantly vigilant of all its surroundings and won't let anyone sneak up on them. Teamwork makes the dream.
Okay, here we go into the tunnel.
Now, as we passed through that tunnel, I heard a strange noise or two. Raise your hand if you got a wild animal sitting next to you. I'm seeing some hands go up and some finger pointing going on. Now, coming up on the right-hand side, you'll notice the gondolas going overhead. That is part of the Sky Ride. The Sky Ride takes you 50 feet in the air and gives you a bird's eye view of the Serengeti. Now, as I mentioned earlier, we are operating on a short track today, which means we are not stopping at any other train station due to construction on the other side of the park. But if you're looking for a transportation ride to go to the other side of the park, the Sky Ride is always an option. Also off to the right-hand side, you'll see a blue-on-blue roller coaster. That is our newest attraction, Phoenix Rising, located in the Pantopia section of the park. It will take you up to heights of 80 feet and speeds of up to 44 miles an hour. It is an audio roller coaster, so you'll have sound effects as you ride it. There's no flips on this ride, so it's considered family friendly. You might be able to get a glimpse again of the white rhinos off to the left-hand side. As well as I see a couple of more of the zebras. The grand zebras to be exact. The left-hand side, you'll get another glimpse of our reticulated giraffes. Also to the left-hand side, those little brown animals you see on top of the hill there are impalas. And no, we did not purchase them from Chevrolet. They run in zigzags to evade their predators and jump in bounds of 40 feet in front of them and up to 10 feet vertically. Now, coming on up along the left-hand side, you may get a glimpse of some brown animals with white stripes and dots. Those are the female Nyalas. Nyalas are asexually dimorphic species, which means males and females look completely different. If we had any males here, they would be twice the size as the females, gray with horns and a beard. Also coming on up along the right-hand side, you may get a glimpse of the second largest mammals, which are the Asian elephants. The Asian elephants can weigh up to 13,000 pounds, and when a female is pregnant, she can carry the baby for up to 22 months before giving birth to a 250-pound elephant. Now, the building coming up along the right-hand side is the Animal Interactions and Tours. If you want to go on the back of a green truck, get up close to all the animals out there, and even hand feed some giraffes, or perhaps do other animal encounters throughout the park, go and pay them a visit. They'll be happy to schedule you a tour. We are now pulling back into the Nairobi train station. We ask that everybody remain seated until the train has made a complete stop. I will let you know when it is safe to exit the train. Once again, folks, please remain seated. I will let you know when it is safe to exit the train. Almost getting closer. It is now safe to exit, right side of the train, platform side only. I really hope you enjoyed your tour with us today. My name was Vin. If not, I was never here.
Okay then, here is the Cheetah Hunt roller coaster ride over at Busch Gardens. Very nice forceful coaster. A little bit like Rita over at Alton Towers. But however, it doesn't start so fast from the station. So here's me pictured in a Land Rover back in 2018, and here's Sheikra, the B&M dive coaster, similar to Oblivion at Alton Towers, except Sheikra has loops while Oblivion doesn't. And it is a brilliant dive coaster, Sheikra is. So you've got the water spray as well. And in 2007, Sheikra went flawless, believe it or not. And so anyway, here's the newest attraction that we've also done. Alright then, we have just come off one of the exciting rides in the Busch Gardens area, and we're now on our way to Tigris via the Cumber rides, and also going to have a ride on She-Crack. We were going to go on Scorpion, but obviously Scorpion was closed. But we will also get soaking wet on the Stanley Falls. So here we go, we're walking along. So you'll be seeing Busch Gardens' biggest fan. Yes, so I do apologise if this video has been muted, because obviously a lot of music blasting out, and I do not own the rights to the music once again, so I apologise for that. So here we go. We're just on our way. So as you can see in the background is the Falcon's Fury, the drop tower, which is sadly closed due to maintenance and also obvious reasons, which I'm not going to give details out to. But however, here we go. We're on our way through. So there is Busch Gardens' biggest fan. Okay then, here we go. We're on our way to the Cumber ride, the roller coaster over here at Busch Gardens. So as you can tell, down below is the railway tracks, which is which is actually closed for maintenance. And of course, we're also going by the Congo River Rapids, which is also closed. And the Congo River Rapids, it's a bit of a similar base on the one over at Alton Towers. So here we go. So anyway, we just come off the Cumber ride, and apparently it was absolutely rough. Oh, and what it just needs a little bit of retracking to make it so it enhances the experience. So we're going to be heading for Tigris, but however there was delays on Tigris, so we went on Shikra, then went on Tigris, and then we finished off with the Stanley Falls. So we finished off with the Stanley Falls. Okay, then we're just back now from Busch Gardens. And as you probably know, I have not yet done a room tour. I know I should have done this on day one when we were travelling. When we've travelled here to Orlando. So this is the lounge area. And it is featured with a TV screen with a Bose audio system. And of course as well, it features one of the most popular Florida feel. So watch this. So we've got a ceiling fan in this room, and I'm just going to take you out into the patio or the conservatory or whatever you call this part. And of course you've got a conservatory ceiling fan in this area, and so this is the view out onto the lake at the Sheraton Vistana. Got the other complexes on the other side. We've got lots of protection there. And over there is the falls pool. You got the kids' water park. There's like a kids' water play area with a butterfly and tipping bucket. Obviously, I usually tend to do like the Cascades pool and the Fountains pool and even the Super pool, which is one of the major, bigger pools here at the Sheraton Vistana. So got a very nice fan in this area here. They're very nice, these fans are. They've actually been upgraded, these fans are. They used to be like classic one, and I had a brown one with leaves on it. But since they've refurbished this complex, they've actually done a bit of TLC to it. So it looks very nice, and of course you've got a dining type of table. You can actually have food in this area, but obviously we don't tend to do that because normally we do like our regular food reviews. And there's me, hello. Anyway, I'm gonna just take you back into the lounge area of the resort. And just beyond there is the master bedroom, is bedroom number 2. Not going to go into much detail of the bedrooms because obviously it is messy, but obviously it's just basic. Has a television screen and also has it also has a lot of these ceiling fans. And of course you've got the 2 bathrooms. One's got a jacuzzi in, and another one has got a shower cube, a walk-in shower in. So let me just sit down, and here's the outfit of the day. I was wearing my shorts, t-shirt, North Face, and my night trainers and trainer liners. And so I'm not going into much detail because obviously most of the rooms are messy, and obviously I just need to get better detail. But obviously, if we come here
whenever we come here next, I'm sure I'll get a more full review on the room on the official day. But as always, I'll keep you up to date for whatever happens in the future. Okay then guys, here we are. We are now coming into Walt Disney World Resort. And you may be thinking, hey, I thought we weren't doing Disney this time around. But however, we're actually doing Disney Springs, which is like the shopping village. And of course, you don't need a park ticket for the Disney Springs shopping village, because obviously it's welcome to anyone. And so anyway, here are the signs for the Disney hotels, the Saratoga Springs and also Disney Springs. So here we are, just going round. So you got some lovely hotels. So I'm gonna talk to you about something in case you probably didn't know or might have heard, but that is at Disney Springs, and it is something that we all us lovers miss, and was a very great, exciting one. But obviously it is seen at the end of the rainbow. Well, I wouldn't say end of the rainbow, but obviously it is something that is no longer there. Anyway, there's a bus going along. It is operated on behalf of Drury Hotels, and so anyway, traffic lights have changed to green, so we're now on our way to Disney Springs, which is the shopping village here in Orlando. And of course, not only has Disney themed shops, but it also has a Lego store, the World of Disney store, and and of course you got your standard shops like Zara, Under Armour, Uniqlo, and also we have a handful of other different stores, and I'm going to sample them, and also going to do a lot of interest. Oh, and here's a Mears Connect coach. Mears Connect, I think that used to be branded as the Disney Magical Express, if you remembered their coach services. So here we are at the Disney Springs complex, and of course you've got the Typhoon Lagoon water park that is next to it on the other side. Now when you look at the two Disney water parks, they're not actually open at the same time, which is quite weird, because obviously we've been to the Disney water parks in our history, like we've done Disney's Blizzard Beach, which is located further upwards, and that includes the Summit Plummet water slide, which is the flagship, which is during the crown, whilst Disney's Typhoon Lagoon, the during the crown for that is the iconic Miss Tilly, the boat, which sits on top of some sort of volcano or cliff, as it. So here we are just arriving. So there's the Marriott World Centre, and as you know, it is very close to where we're staying. Disney Springs is, of course you have got covered walkways like footbridges, but obviously here there is no moving walkways, so you have to go around manually. It's a bit like at Telford Central Station, like at Central Station over in Telford, back in the Midlands in the UK. There is no moving walkways, so you have to go around manually. So anyway, we are just entering the car park, and so if you might have remembered, now I'll just tell you about something. Now, if you might have remembered, here at Disney Springs, there used to be a check-in facility for Virgin Atlantic returning flights back to the UK, but obviously since after 2020 that car park, that facility had stopped, and I think it was due to the decline in travel at the time, because there was a decline in travel in 2020 due to obvious reasons, and obviously the facility has not bounced back. So it's likely that will probably not be returning in years to come. But as always, I will keep you up to date if there's any changes happening along with the Virgin Atlantic check-in facility. It was a very great facility to use, especially for those passengers who are returning to Manchester and of course Gatwick back in the day in Glasgow. But Virgin, they now fly, they're still flying to Manchester, but instead of going into Gatwick they go into Heathrow, and instead of Glasgow they go into Edinburgh. So anyway, here we are, we're in the green car park. So this is the green parking structure. Alright, this is the elevator on the Lime Garage at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. And this is an Otis elevator, capacity £4,000. This is like an Otis Gen 2 lift. These are like the Gen 2 lift. This is like the Gen 2 lift back in the UK. Here we are at ground, and that's it. Alright then, we just checked into the Polite Pig at Disney Springs here in Orlando, and just had my lemonade, and we're having some great fun tonight here at Disney Springs. It's going to be very exciting. I've never been here, I've never been to the Polite Pig before. And I've been to Disney Springs multiple times, even from when it originated as Downtown Disney, because back in the day you just only had your basic Disney stores, but obviously you did have the High Street store, which was of course Virgin. If you remember, the world's largest Virgin mega store that used to be here at the Disney Springs Downtown Disney complex, which is now the Splitsville Luxury Lanes. It has been under different owners afterwards. It was actually a special type of hub, remembering Princess Diana, the Princess of Wales, and then it changed hands to become Ride Makers, and now it's known as Splitsville, which is a bowling alley. So we are going to go to different parts of the shopping village, and so we're going to have some great fun. And so Polite Pig, because there was even a McDonald's here at one time. Here at Disney Springs they had the McDonald's, if you remember McDonald's. And I have to say the Polite Pig staff, they were very friendly, so thumbs up to all the team here at the Polite Pig. Talk. Anyway, this is the elevator at Ron John's Surf Shop, Disney Springs, Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. And this is an Otis elevator, capacity £3,500, which is 3,500 lb. Here we are at 2. Go down to 1. Go down on 1. So we're gonna go down to 1. I'm having to talk that music out in here. Talk. This is a very nice elevator. This is an Otis, and you can tell with the buttons look similar with the Gen 2 and the Gen 2 buttons back in England, back in the UK. And as you can see, it's a very nice cab view on this elevator, and we're going down to 1, and there's the emergency phone. Unfortunately I can't open because it's very secure. And here we are on the first floor. And talk anyway, this is the escalator at the Ron John Surf Shop at Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And this is a Schindler, and it's a single file. So we're going up to the top, and there's a lovely Bose speaker at the top of this escalator, talking the music out in here. There's the elevator over there. And here we are at the top. Very nice Schindler. Alright, talk. Anyway, let's go to 2 and close the doors. Close the door. Anyway, this is the elevator at Uniqlo at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. And this is a co-name monospace or eco-space. Capacity 2,500 pounds, which is 1134 kilograms, 15 persons. Here we are, 2, talk. Let's go down to 1 and close the door. And it's a single speed door. And wow, a co-monospace, or referred as eco-space in the US. Here we are on the first floor. Here we are, level 1. Anyway, here are the escalators at Uniqlo at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And these are cone escalators, and wow, they've got red handrails. Wow, that's interesting. Never been on escalators with red handrails before. And of course, I've been on some with green ones in Harrods in London. Here we are.
Here we are in the Uniqlo store at the Disney Springs Walt Disney World Resort in Orlando, Florida. As you can tell, the handrails on these escalators are red to fit in well with the store. So we're just now going back down to the lower level of the store. And it is a very nice type of fashion retailer, Uniqlo is. And here we are on the lower level of the store.
Let's go to 2 and close the doors. Anyway, this is the elevator at Anthropology at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. And this is a Schindler elevator. Capacity 4,000 pounds, 4,000 lbs. You're on 2, we're going to go down to 1. Let's go down. Very nice. This is my second Anthropology store, with the first one being back in the UK, in Cheltenham, Gloucestershire. And that one had like a techno with the Piccadilly line voice. However, this one's a Schindler. Single 2-speed doors. Bit like the H&M at the Florida Mall. Here we are at 1. Here we are at 1. Wait for the doors to open up. And that's it. Talk. Anyway, this is the elevator at Zara, Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. Let's go to 2 and we'll close the door. And this is another Schindler, and the capacity is 2,500 pounds, 2,500 lbs. Similar to the Zara at the Florida Mall, but except this one doesn't rattle. Here we are. Well, this is a similar one to the Florida Mall. We got 2. We got 2. Go back down. Very nice, this elevator is. You can tell. Yep. Very nice. It's a certificate. Here we are, 1. Door's gonna open shortly. That's it. Anyway, here are the escalators at Zara at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. These are Schindler and these are single file. So we're going to go up to the top floor, and here we are on the top floor. Back down, and these are, as you know, Schindler. As you know, single file escalators these are. Remember, there used to be a Zara in Telford, in Shropshire, back in the UK, but there isn't anymore because they're now closed. Here we are, reaching the ground floor level. Well, okay then, so here we are at Disney Springs. So we're just walking through this posh part where they've got all like your high street brands here, and this is very nice and very modern compared to how it was when it was Downtown Disney, because this originated here as Downtown Disney, and it changed to Disney Springs. As you can see, this is a very nice up-to-date shopping village. Got all your designer outlets here compared to what there was before, and there are so many good stores. We've got a fountain here, so for those people who've not been to Orlando before, you should check out, you should also make a visit to Disney Springs, because they are brilliant. Disney Springs it's a brilliant shopping place. Oh, and we're coming up to now the Coca-Cola, and we're also by Planet Hollywood, so we're going to go to the Coca-Cola store. So we're going to the Coca-Cola and also down towards the House of Blues, and I will show you where the old Virgin Megastore used to be. If you remember the Virgin Megastore here at Disney Springs when it was known as Downtown Disney. And also I'll show you where the Virgin Atlantic check-in used to be. Because it's a shame they've closed that. I'm having to talk the music, because there's a lot of copyright music playing in here. But we're having a good time here in Orlando. Talk. Anyway, let's go to 3 and close the doors. Just wait and close the doors. Anyway, these are the elevators at the Coca-Cola store at Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. These used to be ThyssenKrups and were modernised by Otis. The capacity is unknown. Here we are, 3. Hello, going down. What floor are you going down to? 1. Go down at 1. Close the doors. Talk. And going down. Talk. And here we are at 1. Here we are at 1. And that's it. Alright then, here we are at Splitsville Luxury Lounge, and this was where the old Virgin store used to be, if you remember Virgin, the mega store. And that was also a popular name on the UK High Street before they got sold off to Zavvi, but luckily Virgin managed to trade here in Orlando for a little bit longer, and then closing finally in 2008, and it was replaced by some sort of historical hub. Then it changed to Ride Makers, and now it's Splitsville Luxury Lounge. As you can see, here's the exterior of the building on the facade, and we're now heading for the M&M's store now. As you can see, just get a good view there. So that used to be the old Virgin check-in desks, and that was for your returning flights to the UK, to Gatwick and Manchester, Glasgow, but sadly it's not anymore, as that area is now become a thing of the past. So we're just going to go back into Disney Springs. Okay, here we are in the Walt Disney, in the Walt Disney store. As you can tell, these are the reviews of all the Disney transportation. So you got the Disney parking lot trams, which are seen at the 4 Disney parks. It includes the Epcot, Disney's Hollywood Studios, Magic Kingdom, and also Animal Kingdom. And of course you got the monorail. And look here, you got the display, and of course got the transportation and ticket centre station. I had one of those from the original range back in the day. As you know, I was a monorail collector back in the day. You got the icon of the Magic Kingdom, the Walt Disney World Railroad. Lovely displays here, and of course you got the Disney Cruise Line here as well. And you got here, you got your Disney transport buses as well. So you got your Disney transport buses, your cruise line. And I collected a lot of these back in my childhood days. And just look, here's the Disney monorail with the new Disney vinyls on. And look, here's a remote control, and here's the play set that it comes with. And gosh, and guess how much it is? $100. Blimey, that is. And there's the set that it comes with, and if you can see, there's the station, because obviously it comes with a station now. And I've had some good memories on the Disney monorail system. If you come around here, you've got Space Mountain model kit, ages 8 and up. Blimey, look at this. Space Mountain, inspired by the Millennium Dome. And that's amazing. And you've got the Haunted Mansion, the Dark Ride, the Carousel, and oh blimey, look up there, the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and also the Dumbo Ride. I remember the Dumbo Ride, similar to that. At the old Discovery store that used to be in Murray Hill. Look, I'm absolutely buzzed with the changes that have had here since I've last come to Orlando. And if you remember back in the day, they used to have the resort hotel station. Like you had the Disney's Contemporary Resorts, the Disney's Grand Floridian and Polynesian. You even had the Epcot Mall, but sadly, unfortunately, it seems like they've discontinued them again. And wow, isn't it amazing here? Wow, look at this. Highly recommend any people who want to get a merchandise like this, come to the Walt Disney World Resort here in Orlando, Florida. And they've got some awesome products, and just look at the station. Very well presented. I think they had one of these before back in the day. I think this is the transportation and ticket centre station, which is the station at the Magic Kingdom Park. Right here you've got the Disney cars, you've got Mac, Fillmore, Ramon and all the other exciting Disney type characters. And look, there's tractor tipping, hey, tractor tipping fun. Wow, look at this. I'm just so addicted to that movie back in my childhood days. And look, here's Toy Story, another Another TV show I liked back in my childhood days, and this is amazing for me doing these review on these products, and also Monsters Inc. as well, Monsters Incorporated. Oh wow, look, we're in the store right now, the Disney store. As you know, it's very nice and very modern. This is the Blue Lancet, and we've got the Toy Story box. Seems like Andy Davis is doing, and Davis is one of the main characters in the story. And I'm so glad you're not a dinosaur. Well, I got my dinosaur. I think it's supposed to be all dog. Alright then, here you got the Monsters Inc. Scream energy machine. If you press this button, it makes a scream noise, because you can see the energy here. These are just like the scream power. So remembered at the end of the movie, it switched from a scream power to a laugh power. But obviously, Monsters Inc. was famous for its screaming. And just look, and of course it's amazing, absolutely amazing here in the world of Disney, which I refer to as the Disney department store, because it's so huge, this Disney department store. Alright, we're just by the tills, and of course you've got the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger spin. I don't know what that one is there. And of course you've got the Walt Disney World railroad train here. And wow, what amazing setup. And of course you've got these fans here. You've got the lovely fans. If you spin them around, they help to cool you down on a very hot sunny day here in Florida. Okay then, so we've just been into the World of Disney store, which is referred to as like a Disney department store, because they have a handful of products within the store, and we are going to continue along this complex to see what we can expect in the next part of Disney Springs. Anyway, there's another elevator here at the Lime Garage at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. Go to, and we're going up. Capacity unknown. Here we go. Here we are. 2. That's it. Okay, here are the elevators at the Lime Garage at the Disney Springs, Walt Disney World in Orlando, Florida. These go down to the car park. These are Otis's. Pretty similar to the elevators at the Universal, except with double speed. Here's the ground. Send this up to 5. And that's it. Right then, that was a wonderful experience at Disney Springs tonight. And especially seeing Rexine live as well, and so good shout out to Rexine as well. And so this has been a fantastic event tonight at Disney Springs, and also going over to Busch Gardens over in Tampa. And so we are going to end the video, and I will see you tomorrow
for day number 7. And wherever that'll be, I don't know. But I just hope you enjoyed today.